Oh shit! What the fuck did we get ourselves into? Yo, 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 yo! I know, bad intro for the first episode. So now you know how this is gonna work out. What's up, everyone? Welcome everyone to Around the Board. My name is DJ Elliot Ness. To my left, what you can see obviously is Rick.
This is Ricky, and I actually don't know if this is perfect or terrible. I think it's exactly what I expected from around the board, but it's across the board.
See how I fucked up
the podcast.
See how I fucked that up?
But Dre, to my left, keep passing it around. This is kind of what we signed up for.
Yeah, man. I mean, we've known this for a week. This man has been continuously saying the name wrong.
I'm just trying to get the mistakes out the way.
He wanted the intro. He's like, I got this.
I got this.
I got the intro, bro.
And obviously it didn't happen.
I'm doing number one. I'm number one on this right here. And then he gets the intro wrong. Like,
well,
bro.
so much for that. Well, anyways, this is Across the Board. My name is DJ Ness. Rick and Dre are with me. And we're going to give this shit a try, guys.
I was seriously expecting to say around the table.
Nah, I know.
Like
that was the other thing. So the reason for the name is...
across the carpet.
We got time.
Across the car. Anyways, the reason for the name is I've known Rick. I know Andres 15 plus years. We're like best friends. We have other circles. And if we're not at the bar, we're not at the club, we're not watching a game or anything, we're literally sitting on a table across the board playing dominoes or cards, just shooting the shit.
Dude says best friends, but doesn't invite me to his dog's birthday party.
Listen, chill, man. Only bitches.
Shots fired.
Only bitches
Shots
allowed.
fired.
Only bitches allowed. And we just have conversations on and on till 2, 3 in the morning. And we said, why not record this shit? People, we may have an audience that may want to listen to our stories. Not all of our stories. Some may be boring. Some may be interesting. But it's like, I brought this shit up like 4 years ago to Ricky. I didn't catch wind. I wasn't really serious into it. Recently, with all this new podcasts that are coming in, like Drink Champs.
Bro, stop being modest, man. We got topics. We got ideas.
Yeah, we do. But the thing is,
personality for days, and we're bringing it to the masses. And we're bringing it to the people because we would be doing this with it without the mics. I got a beer in hand. There's a beer over here. There's a red cup. This is a Friday night. That's just what it is, and we just happen to put mics on. Nothing's changed in 20 years. Nothing, we just got a microphone out.
Literally nothing has changed. What has changed for you, Ricky, in the last 5 years?
Hey, listen, man.
I'll tell you what. Mango, Bacardi, and Grape Aid, Nantucket Nectar. Grape Aid, Nantucket Nectar. That's just
Thank you to Ellie for the Nantucket Nectar.
All right, so that brings you a little insight into the type of perspectives you're gonna get from my man Dre. He's the mixer. He's the mixologist. The bar. Matter of fact, I think you might have even done some classes at some point.
Did you
about
do classes?
some mixology? Is that?
I was thinking about it. I saw that there was an ad. I was like, yo, I could be a bartender. But then I was like, nah. People will die. This ain't happening on my watch.
Why would they die? We just put too much alcohol and not enough of everything else?
Bro, I mean, I almost got a couple of people arrested last time.
Really? Who did you get arrested?
Almost.
Who? Oh, no
chocolate
name.
Chip.
Chocolate chip cookies? All right.
Chocolate chip cookies.
All right.
There's some insiders, but you talk about, what's changed in 20 years. What perspectives change. So who we are today is different, but you know what? We got stories that came out of it. So when you hear me talk, you're probably going to be coming from a perspective of a 32-year-old Dominican immigrant in Boston who's washed up with a wife and a kid. Life's kind of a wrap. I can see everything that's already happened. I can predict the future because there's no change in it. It's my life's over.
What are you doing?
You guys already know that.
What are you doing Saturday, 4 p.m.?
It's a busy Saturday. Busy Saturday.
Man, mowing the lawn.
Bunch of stuff planned. We're going to Home Depot. Matter of fact, we gotta go to Target because we gotta get presents for a birthday party on Sunday. And you know what? I want to go to Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know if there's enough time. I don't even know if there's enough time.
Straight script from the movie Old School.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
My man got Home Goods visit to do. I don't even know, man.
You know what's fucked up, Elliot?
Staples visit.
Elliot, you laugh about that. I was biting Old School off of that.
I know
That's
you were.
not even a lie, though.
I know.
I got a birthday party at 4 o'clock tomorrow. We got my niece's birthday is tomorrow. And I got a shop for a birthday party, a 3-year-old, on Sunday.
I mean, I do that too. I don't have kids. And
so I got a nice little Saturday if you ask.
Yeah, hey,
if
that's
you ask me.
If you like that Saturday, that's for you, bro. That's for you. Congratulations.
You're
to
not
you,
listening to the tone. it's not whether you like it or don't or do. It's what it is.
It is what it is.
So anyway, that's where I'm coming from. 30-year-old, 32-year-old washed, and nothing to look forward to. Thank you.
Man, you got lots of shit to work forward to. Honest, what do you got?
Kid growing up on him, trying to be little Ricky over here, about to start up a little father and son 3-legged race. That's what he's hoping for.
Speaking about 3-legged, man, Andres, that dog you have up there. I like that
color, isn't it?
I know, right?
It's a pretty interesting color. Pip.
Yeah.
You like?
Did you expect to have a dog family? Was that in the cards, buddy?
Listen, this dog is only here temporarily. It's going pretty quickly. I cannot deal with
what you said about the second dog. So let's rewind it backwards for a little bit. My man Dre, dog owner, got 2 like 80-pound animals, man.
My man says 80 pound. One is 90. One is 60.
80
pound. Oh, we're gonna do averages. Oh, we're at like 75. 75 average.
My apartment complex, we cannot have any more than 30 pounds combined pets. Meaning I can have 30 hamsters at 1 pound, but I only have 1 dog at 1 pound.
That sounds like.
What? How do you get a 1 dog at 1 pound?
No. I'm saying that the pound the limit is you cannot have your
Yeah, you see that popping?
Your pets cannot exceed 30 pounds. You can have 3 dogs and it can be 10 pounds each. And that's fine.
He's about to have a Yorkie baby.
Nah, I'm good. I hate little yappy dogs.
Oh,
Sorry for those who have yappy dogs. I fucking hate yappy dogs.
Have the fluffy Yorkie family. He's gonna be walking around with 3 of them. And
I'm good.
Talk about like he gonna name them after 3 Stooges, Larry, Moe, and Curly.
Those are not actually bad names for dogs, but anyways, Ricky.
I'm a cat guy.
Ricky.
I'm a cat guy.
You've been a cat guy for a while. Ricky, can you believe that yesterday we saw the highest scoring Thursday night football game from the Rams and the 49ers?
It was a good game.
It was a good game. I didn't think it was a good game.
I didn't think it, and I was messing with this stuff, and then it was a really good game, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I didn't care about it. No. I watched it. It was a good game, but
Gurley had a game.
I did not care.
Gurley had a beast of a game.
No, I liked it at the end when shit went bananas and field goals got missed.
You mean
fucking onside kicks got recovered?
You mean when Brady's protege Brian Hoyer win?
All right, let's bring this back on the rails, boys.
What?
If Brady comes up, it's an argument. So you can do it. You can do it, but we're gonna fight. That's just what it is.
I'm just saying. I didn't.
I'm just going to say that Belichick has spread his quarterback seed through all of NFL,
and they have been unsuccessful, believe it or not.
I mean, I don't know.
Are you saying he shot up the club? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying all that. He shot up the NFL at this point. He got Hoyer.
Did I use that right?
You used it kind of right
because I'm washed. I hear people saying this. Shut up the club.
Yo, y'all didn't believe me. Y'all didn't believe me, and then we have the 25-year-old Ramon.
You know where I know it's true. I saw just today, Kylie Jenner.
Well, pregnant.
Might have got shot up.
Kylie
Jenner no. You didn't see this?
I did. And Tigger's like, it's mine.
Tigger already
you didn't see this?
Nah, man, I saw Travis Scott was in there.
Yeah, Travis Scott. But then Tigger goes in a Snapchat going, this is mine.
You talking about Tiger?
Tigger, the basement? Tigger?
Is it Tigger?
Dude, Rap Basement Tiger. Is Big Tigger. Tiger is the YMCMB artist.
Tiger, Tigger, whatever.
Former YMCA, by the way.
My man said in a Snapchat, that's mine. And they deleted his Snapchat.
You believe anything that's on
Bro,
Snapchat?
that's a whole podcast, man. We can get into the Kardashians and the cultural appropriations and whether the the movement. That's a podcast.
Like, bro, they get enough attention. You really want more attention on there?
So you want to hear some bullshit?
What?
I like keeping up with the Kardashians.
I'll tell you what, though.
I watched that shit.
Time out. You're going to be even more upset at me. I binge watched like the first 5 seasons.
Y'all niggas are crazy.
No, I was just curious.
Bro,
I was curious.
I don't look for it, but if the shit is on, I watch it through till the commercial. You know
I was curious. I was just curious, and it's like watching a disaster. It's like you're just watching the no pun intended tornado or something. It's like shit's awful, but I'm just gonna look at it just because.
When y'all watch it, do you watch cut up with your little teddy bear, eat some popcorn, talk girls. I want to do my nails.
Nah, bro, you look for ass, and then you wonder, and then you, as you're watching it, you're saying this is all fucked up. Like you know, it's pretend.
I agree with Ricky on that one.
I don't know, man. I can't deal with it. I'm done with that family. And
Snowflake, we got a snowflake in the room, boys.
bro, stop it.
We got a snowflake.
Yeah, you're pretty much a snowflake.
For not being sensitive. Snowflake is a sensitive term. I don't. So I'm being.
Wait, you are being sensitive, nigga. You watching fucking Keep It Up with the
Just because you watch the Kardashians doesn't mean you're sensitive.
Sensitive in
Says the nigga with the hands on his hip.
Because I'm fucking standing, dog.
He's not under the snowflake sensitive in a offended type of perspective. So you're offended to people who watch the Kardashians?
No, man. I just don't. I'm not. That's not my thing.
No one's telling you should watch the Kardashians.
I am.
We're just telling
I'm
you.
telling
that
you
we
you should watch
These
it.
things,
I'm telling
stop
you.
moving your hips like that. That's kind of like.
Like
the,
what?
The people
Compared
can't
to
see that.
The little bagel bubble over there. I don't know, man. I'm just saying that's right there. Just makes me feel like female TV. Because next thing you know, you're telling me you're watching 16 and pregnant, 17 with 5 kids. My boyfriend and my baby daddy are both sleeping with my mother. Then you know talk about like that's what I feel like y'all going down the road.
Wait, that last one that you said kind of sounded interesting. Say that again. I know that's not real, but that sounds kind of interesting.
I mean, that's a porno.
That sounds kind of interesting, but nah,
My man's a man's man.
But all those MTV shows and like 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom.
MTV shows.
I just
VH1.
I'll tell you one thing about MTV. MTV's legit. Like, if you're over 21 and a half, this shit is not for you. Like, there's, I know,
you're not building your case here, y'all. You're like 30 something.
No, my case is that I know it's not for me.
I'm not.
And
No,
I still watch it anyways. Time
out. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is not on MTV, by the way. And I just said that I don't watch these shows on MTV.
Where is it?
It's a guilty watch.
It's
like,
on
you know
E.
it's stupid.
It's on the E channel.
You know it's stupid.
It's
No.
the same at this point because MTV is not even on MTV when we grew up anymore.
No, it's not. Well, when we grew up, like MTV
is VH1 and E right now. It's the same
MTV
thing.
and music television, the channel ended like late 90s, like 97, 98, when they start putting all these shows and thought they were cute, and they were, and there's the cliche.
Okay,
it's the
I get
MTV,
that.
but they don't play any
But
music
I'm telling
videos.
you, MTV, E, and VH1 is basically the same channel.
I'm not saying you're wrong, bro. I'm just saying the Kardashians aren't either E channel, 16 and Pregnant on MTV. I watch one. I don't watch the other.
So how do you think the podcast is going so far, Dre?
This is taking a left turn real quick.
But this is how it's gonna be, man. It's straight. Our brains random as fuck on the microphone and recorded. We're gonna try to keep it somewhat organized, but you know what? We don't care. It's gonna be our conversations on record, and that's what it's gonna be. So I'm not even. So if you ask me how it's going, exactly how I expected, which is California love.
Shit. It's a shit show. That's basically what's gonna be right now.
Ricky, tell me about this new iPhone X, man.
No.
Why
See, the
not?
funny thing is, I work for in the wireless. I mean, we're not gonna get into complete background stories, but whatever. I worked in phones for a long time, so I got so phoned it out. I don't even care. iPhone X, iPhone 8, Google phone. Don't care.
You don't care for the new shit, or you just don't?
I don't care to
about
find
learning
out about the new shit. I don't really care about the differences about the new shit. You know what I do care about? I care about people caring about the shit. So on iPhone release day or on keynote iPhone day, I love that shit because everyone wants to have like an opinion, like they love it or hate it one way or the other, and I love that. My opinion is I'm in the middle. I don't even care. But I like to see people overreacting on both sides.
Would you buy the phone when it comes out?
No.
Why not?
I haven't bought a new iPhone or a new device as it launched in like 8 years. Washed.
I'll tell you what though. It's a scam. It's all a scam. When iPhone tells you you have to buy another additional $40 cable for you to fast charge because it doesn't come with the fucking phone, that's a scam.
I got no headphone jack for this podcast. I got a problem.
I mean, among my friends, everyone knows that I'm an iPhone hater. I'm an Apple hater. I hate the shit. The one good thing that I can say about Apple products is they never ever ever claim to be the first to do something, but
Their fanboys do.
no. Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Cook and Jobs. They never claim to be the first one to do something, but they take that other thing that Android probably did 3 years ago and they perfected. And that I applaud for them. They do really well. I will never ever get one of their phones. It does not fit my lifestyle, but it's a phone for other people. It's like it has its crowd. If it's for you, it's for you. It's easy phone to manage. It's like it's your mom's phone and it's your 12-year-old daughter's phone. It's just not for me.
Your 12-year-old daughter has a phone?
You know what I mean? Like, it's a phone that is so easy. The app is there and like it's not complicated. Not to say that Android's complicated phone is pretty easy, but I feel like Android being like a free open source software, it's like it's for me. Because I'm a DJ, I like to just fucking want to put a song in my phone and upload it in there, and I have to go through iTunes and then this and that and put in this and password, and then you can't do that. You can't use your phone as a storage device. Fuck you, Apple. I don't want to do that. I'm sticking with Android, not only because of that, but that's a factor. That's a fact. That's a big factor for me.
Don't care.
See, but that's fine.
Don't care.
And that's fine, Rick. You don't care about that, but that.
And I think sometimes people pretend to care more than they actually care.
What do you mean?
Meaning, Dre made a point about the fanboys. I think it's actually more people yelling before an Apple person says anything. It's all the Apple haters saying, "Oh, we had that for 6 years already. You guys suck." Like, all right, we don't care. And I'll say we. I'm an Apple guy. I'm an Apple guy because I don't. It's not about the technology. It's about the performance and it's about the user experience. And that's where I stopped trying. You get to a good user experience, and I sell this shit. You know what I mean? I'm in technology. At the end of the day, the best technology is not the best performing one. But I don't care.
Would you get an Android?
No.
Why wouldn't you get an Android?
No.
Why not?
I don't care.
No, it's not about. No, tell me why do you have an iPhone?
Because he's already comfortable with what he has.
No, that's fine. So then, what made you take it? What made you buy an iPhone?
Performance and ease of use.
So there's something.
But this was going on like 8 years.
Okay, so there's something wrong with the other and that you like, that you don't like, but like the other. Okay, so just say that. Don't say I don't care, because if you saying I don't care doesn't mean that. It means to me that you don't mind having one or the other. Right?
No. I was actually thinking about like, how do I pause this because my beer's over?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now too. Like, I need licorice.
Well, we'll continue it on. This is on mute, but really, like, I gave you a reason why I don't like iPhone. Like, you sort of gave a reason why I like Android. So, what's your reason?
Well,
like, give me more reason.
Straight, simple. A phone's not a toy anymore. Like, I don't need it to be all things to me. Like, I don't need to tweak it. I don't need to go. I haven't plugged my phone into a computer in 5-6 years.
Well,
like, I don't care. Like, I want to be able to just use it. I have all my music. I have all my pictures. Like, I don't need to spend time on my phone as a hobby. That used to be something I did. I used to that's use my phone as a hobby. That's not life anymore.
And that's why you're an iPhone user, because iPhone is perfect before that for people that don't want it.
It's called being washed.
No,
you don't got time for phones no more.
I mean, I'm not.
Hashtag washed. Hashtag no time for phones.
Believe it or not, you're probably on the phone way more than I do. Mostly because you have a son, and you want to show him something in pictures and this and that. So you're probably on the phone.
Oh no, being on the phone is different than tweaking your phone.
Well, I don't tweak my phone. No one tweaks their phones anymore.
I haven't tried to use my phone as a storage device like in 8 years.
But you don't have to. You have no need for it.
No, I do have a need for it, but I use it. I use all the services that the phone already has that make it easy for me.
Like what?
Like cloud-based music. Like
but you
accessing my library through iTunes. That's already built in. I haven't plugged my phone into the computer. How do you get music on your phone?
Believe it or not, Ricky, and it sounds, it contradict myself or bad me saying this, me being a DJ, I rarely ever listen to music on the car or on my phone. You
download shit onto your phone. Like you plug your phone into your computer and transfer files.
Like 3 years ago, that was the thing. Like I would download so many songs, so many new songs, and just like boom, plug it into my computer, and listen to it on the way to work and back and forth, so I can just study, doing homework and this and that.
Yeah,
I don't
got time for that. I just put
but you
Spotify,
don't have to. Yeah, but you don't have to do that. I kind of have to do that. It's homework for my hobby. It's homework. But if it wasn't for that, I would never do it. Like
what's up with your podcast voice? You kind of you turn into you got a professional voice going.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You know what I mean? It's like you're talking on the phone. This is Elliot. You know, this is work Elliot. This is over the phone.
So you're saying in person I sound awful?
Listen, I'm saying that we all got our tones and we got our office tone. I don't even know what tone I'm using now. It could be I could be using a different tone.
You're speaking the truth tone.
I have no idea. You know what I mean? Like I have a way different tone with my son. You get a little bit of you get a little.
Oh, I have a different tone with my dog. With my dog, it's high
whether
pitch.
you realize it or not. That's what I'm talking about.
It's
we all got our tones.
It's high pitch and shit like that. Yeah, but
you drunk? You got a different tone.
You know, yeah, it's kind of like you slur, or actually, I don't slur when I'm drunk. If anything, I'm like more like I tend to scream a little bit more, or just be more not high pitch, but just scream. Period. Welcome back, Andres.
So feedback. We need topics. Feedback. We need topics written down that we know we're gonna talk about, and then once we end the topic, we go to the next one. Feedback. What do you think?
Sure.
That
sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like a plan.
I mean,
topic for you, Ricky. What's the spread on the Patriots game versus Houston?
I believe it's 12.5, and I think I'm gonna go with the.
You gonna go over it?
I'm gonna take the points. I'm gonna take the point. No, I'm gonna give the points. My bad. I said that wrong. I would give the points and take the Patriots in that.
Why is that?
Because the Patriots are at home. They lost their first home game. Patriots are not losing 2 home games in a row. They are not losing 2 home games all year.
Oh, I'm not saying they're gonna lose, but you're saying.
So I'm saying they're gonna, because of that motivation, they're going to put it on offense wise. I think they're gonna score at least 30. And I don't think the Texans are going to score more than 20. So therefore, that's already, I'm saying at least a 10-point win. So I would give the points. And if you ask me to 34-18.
You said, what was the spread again?
You told me the spread was 12.5.
Yeah. So you're saying that.
I thought you said 12.5.
You said 12.5. I didn't. I asked you what the spread was.
All right. So let's say this. I think it's 12.5.
Oh, that's what I read too. Actually, it's 12.5.
And I'm telling you, I would give the points. I'll give you a score: 34-18. That's 16. You doing the math? I see you doing your math. I see the math eyes.
You just contradicted yourself. You said that you're not giving the points.
I fixed myself when I said take the points. I was like, but I confuse betting. I'm not a gambler. I know that's my one vice. Y'all learned this on the podcast. I try to avoid it because I know that's how I'm gonna lose all my money. So I don't do it. I try not to. I do fantasy. Y'all can't touch me in fantasy. I'm already on a FanDuel streak this year, but I try to stay away from real gambling because I know that's how I'm gonna lose my money.
I gamble a lot, but short gamble, and I tend to lose a lot more for the excitement. But
my man said short gamble.
Hey man, I'm a Lannister.
Bro,
I'm a
I considered heavily.
No, I'm not heavily.
4-figure wager.
Oh, that's not me.
On the Mayweather.
That's not me.
McGregor fight.
And that's not me. I'll bet. I bet.
For Mayweather.
Oh no.
I didn't do it because it was not going to be enough of a payout, but it would have been given. It would have been risking because if you would have put 1,000 on Mayweather, you would have won. I think it was like
200 or something like that.
280 or something like that.
Yeah.
Pointless.
But it's free money. How is it pointless? It was free money.
No, it's not pointless. It's short money, but it's like you're getting
whoever bet on Mayweather won, and that was the heavy odds. It's like you're gonna. That's what happens when you bet on a favorite. Odds are gonna win, and he was such a heavy favorite that it basically was free money. But you're right. I didn't do it because it's a lot. That's what the point is. That's why it's gambling. It's risking the full amount for. Well, nothing.
The thing is that if I'm. I'm not no degenerate gambler here at all. Hopefully, I would never ever be in my life.
So
the text chain says different, by the way.
Yeah, but man,
my man went to a fantasy draft and started shooting craps. I don't know.
That was like 2 years ago, but anyway,
that was last year.
Last year.
What's the time on this? He's a +5.
Yes,
dude. He's giving me signals, man. I don't care. You could say it, just +5.
We're at 20 minutes.
We're like
+5.
More like 25 minutes.
No. Yeah, you're right.
So y'all think we could do this for 60 minutes, no sweat? My man's went upstairs for 8 minutes.
Like, dude, we haven't talked about shit.
You know what I'm saying?
We haven't talked about shit though.
But we thought we have.
But we're shooting the shit right now with no topics.
Yo, this is why people. This is across the board. You just shoot the shit. This is what we were doing for the last 15, 20 years. Sitting down, playing spades, playing dominoes. By the way,
this ain't making the airwaves.
Oh, this will make the airways.
I'm fine with that.
And by the way,
what? Scratch all that. Did you see the topic that the NFL is considering moving the Chargers back to San Diego?
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Their stadium is not filling up. Like they've had.
The LA Coliseum. Oh yeah, it sucks.
In LA.
Yes.
They're saying between the Rams and I forget what other team.
The Chargers. You just mentioned them 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah, I didn't hear that though. But you know what? Philip Rivers refuses to buy a house in LA. He travels 4 hours a day or 3.5 hours, however long it is from San Diego to LA.
Do you guys know how many children Philip Rivers has? Like don't answer the question yet. Oh shit.
How much is it?
No, I was just gonna say if you know. Okay, so you kind of.
How much is it?
If I would have told you he has 6 kids, would you say that's a lot? More or less than 6?
For an NFL player that makes a lot of money? No, that's normal.
So more or less.
I say 6.
More or less than 6. I'm asking you more.
I say less.
More or less than 8.
I already said less than 6. So I'm sticking with that.
Oh, well, I'm telling you wrong. 6 is he's more than 6.
How many kids?
Bro, he's got like 10 kids.
Yeah.
My man's is pumped like
One
shooting
wife?
up the club.
Wait, Cromartie style or just singles?
Yeah,
single wife.
Oh, so he's a single player?
Nah, he's super religious, dude. There's one wife.
Oh, I didn't
No
know.
condoms. That's what that means.
Yeah, no, that man.
When Dre says super religious, that means no condoms.
Well, he's one wife.
No condoms.
No condoms. But he's not the type of cheat. I mean, the dude sits in the beginning of football games, end of football games, middle of football games, and wants to
So
tell
interesting
players.
shit. You talk about them. So San Diego moved to LA, and Elliot, you said that he wouldn't buy a house in LA.
He said he hasn't bought a house. He travels 4 hours at a time every time.
Have you seen what the travel, what his choice of travel is?
No.
He pimped out.
Oh yeah, he pimped out his
like
car.
A stretch Escalade.
Yes, I haven't seen any
like
pictures.
A 60-inch TV.
I haven't seen
I
any.
would travel that there all day.
He's got a driver, so he sits in the back seat, pimped out with it's like a leather, like you know what I mean, like sectional.
I do it too.
In the back, and he says he watches film. Do you think he's watching film on that?
Oh, he's watching a film.
Absolutely.
Philip Rivers is watching.
No.
Absolutely.
He's watching a film.
No, he's watching film.
He's watching a film.
No, I'm
practice.
Philip Rivers,
like football film.
We're talking about Philip Rivers.
Yeah.
We're not talking about like some other like rugby quarterback.
No, he's a good quarterback. He's a good fantasy quarterback.
Philip Rivers is watching film.
I'd be watching Gladiator. That shit would pump me the fuck up before practice.
He's watching film.
I'd be watching Gladiator, Braveheart.
Wait.
Like putting Tom Brady. If Tom Brady he'll be watching film.
Tom Brady will probably be watching Fuller House.
Tom Brady would not allow himself to be sitting for 4 hours. That would fuck up his body posture and his stretching pliability.
No.
So he'd
be watching film because he put the damn TV in the ceiling so he could do like.
Now we're talking. He'd have to be able to lay down, stretch, stand. It's like when you're on an airplane. You know what I mean? Tom Brady's not sitting down for 4 hours. I guarantee you.
Stretch Escalade. He'll be able to sit down. He'll do curls. He has like weight on the side. I mean, the man got the money. He'll do it.
You know what the difference between Tom Brady and Peyton Manning is, non-football wise? Do you know?
He's not selling pizza.
Well, think about it. Can you outside? This is outside of football, guys. Anything that Tom Brady versus whatever Tom Brady endorses versus what Peyton Manning endorses, which player do you relate to the most? And I'm gonna answer that question to myself. I'm gonna say Peyton Manning, and this is not a knock on Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, all time. I'm saying it now.
Charles Barkley.
By the way, I am not a Patriot fan, and I'm saying Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. Putting football aside,
Sure, you can cut that. You can splice that, right?
putting football aside,
Send that to me.
Oh yeah.
Peyton Manning.
We got him. One episode, boys.
Peyton Manning endorses everything and anything that you own or buy or eat.
How you feel about that? Well, Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback.
So let me tell you. Let me
Wait,
tell
hold
you
on,
what I
hold
think
on.
about that.
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Tom Brady endorses things. He has a $200 book, $500 coffee table.
Yeah, Uggs,
He has
Audi.
Uggs, things that you would never ever have in your life, but it's not out of your reach. But I am saying that outside of football, I think Peyton Manning relates more to the average person than Tom Brady. That's just my assessment about it.
Here's my answer to your question was, who do you relate to? I relate to neither one of those two, and I know I don't. But here's my. Peyton Manning is doing his job by endorsing these products that appear to be relatable. He's not relatable to these folks. My man's a multimillionaire who was born into multi-millions of dollar family.
Right.
You don't relate to Peyton Manning, my guy. He's been paid. He's paid and he's been paid. He is endorsing products that are more mainstream.
And that's all I was talking about. And that's all I was saying. No, we shouldn't relate to the one that makes the least amount of money in football.
What I'm telling you is the marketing people that sat in a meeting with Peyton Manning were like, yo, Peyton, your fans will relate to this. You should do this. They got on your brain. They won.
I'm not denying that comment.
Okay. I'm just saying that's what I think happened. With Brady, the difference is the people that sat with him were saying, let's not even endorse to the mainstream. I actually don't like Brady's persona like that. Like, he's actually made himself so unrelatable that to me, he's just my favorite player and he's my quarterback. I don't relate to him at all. Like, I negative relate to Brady.
Well, none of us relate to any athlete
I
ever.
know, and that's what my original comment was, is they're not relatable.
Who do you relate to, Anders?
Yo, that Gronk life, dog. Are
You don't.
serious?
Yeah, you paid a $200,000 bill in Vegas.
My nigga, but I'll do a $200 bill in the Royale. Like,
Hey,
you
I
know
can
what
second
mean?
that. I can second that.
Partying, dude.
Yo, Gronk's life is a
Let's give it up for
stupid.
Gronk, Marshall Lynch.
Yeah,
Let's give it up for them.
yeah.
These niggas are smart. Like, how you gonna go through football and not use football money and just use sponsorship money? Like,
Well,
bro.
think about it. I just saw an article. I'm sorry
How
to
many
cut you off.
touchdowns does Gronk have in his career?
Probably like 49, something around there. But hold on.
He just caught his. It was a milestone. Let's call it that.
What did he cut?
Yes, last week.
Which one?
It
What
was a
number?
milestone. What's a big milestone for Gronk?
Playing the whole season?
Come on, man.
I mean,
No. I was gonna say. Oh man, what was that? Fuck.
69, boys.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways,
You're supposed to say nice.
nice.
But who has the milestones for tight ends?
Well, Antonio Gates just passed Tony Gonzalez, man. I'm hip to all of that. Yo, you don't want to we could do a trivia one. Elliot's good with trivia. We had a class in high school that turned into sports trivia. You remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember. It was a
Mr. Mahoney?
Yeah.
Like, it was supposed to be like a sports management class.
Oh yes. It was like a tryout. Yes.
Yo, we signed up. So junior year, some high school shit. We was in the library and we just chilling, man, whatever. And they came up to us and asked us what classes we would want. And we said we would fucks with some sports management. Sign me up for that shit.
It was weird because most of the people who were in that sports management was in the baseball team, and then
Oh, you were in that class, Dre. Hell yeah.
most of the people who were in the baseball team at that time, except for like Ricky and John.
John wasn't in that class.
Yeah, he was.
John was in sports
I feel
management.
like he was.
Yeah, I think so.
Yo, anyway, so I guess he was fucking sports management. So what happened? We thought it was gonna be learning about literally being a sports agent, fucking sports management.
All right.
My guy, Mr. Mahoney, first day of class, just sits there and just starts fucking giving us trivia. Like, bro, we got 40 minutes, man. Like, he's just giving us trivia, like on some, like, who got the most records for, the most strikeouts in the season.
But it worked.
Mahoney got the shortest end of the stick for this class. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like doing.
Dog, Mahoney ran out of trivia. He took us to the gym.
Hey,
He's like, fuck this. Let's go to the gym on Fridays.
By the way,
He's like, I can't do this for three periods. Let's go to the gym. Y'all good with that?
all three of us went to Brighton High. By the way, 99 to 03.
Bro, why didn't that work out perfectly that on Fridays, that was last period? We didn't even have to go. We just said, fuck it sometimes.
How did that work out?
We got A's.
Ellie couldn't skip it because again, and I couldn't skip it. We were in the baseball team.
Not senior year.
He was.
I was in the bars.
He was in varsity.
Oh, senior year. Yeah,
I was
you were.
JV freshman.
But I was in JV in junior year.
Yeah, so we didn't have that class junior year.
We had that class junior.
We had that class. I feel like we did junior year. We had that class.
Dude, it's been a while. But was it? It could have been. I don't think so. But
I feel like we
could've
did.
been.
I feel like we had. feel like we had it.
I
We
feel
had
like
it after French 2 or some shit.
I feel like we
French
did.
too. Give me some French, Dre.
Oui, monsieur. Oh shit, man! You brought high school memories, Ricky. Man, like Ricky, what was one of your most memorable high school memories?
Don't do that.
Why not just
Don't do that.
Like, tell me something
Don't
that
do that.
happened in high
not
school.
that
Don't do that.
No, but tell me something.
It's not that time.
What's one of your memories in
Yo,
high school?
Current topics. Let's do current topics.
Tell me something in high school
Right?
that happened that
This
was
dude's
so
not
great.
listening. He just keeps going. He's like,
Tell
what's
me,
the
Ricky.
current topic?
I'll tell
Yo,
you.
So how about them Lakers?
The Lakers in high school were good, man. They three-peated.
Yo, let's talk about greatest quarterbacks not in Dallas.
Hey man, Tom Landry is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Tom Landry.
That's why I said not in Dallas.
That's a coach. For those listening and paying attention, that's a coach and not a quarterback.
I meant Roger Staubach, but not
I want to talk about how the two youngest coaches had the most highest points on
Yo,
Thursday games.
why the fuck is there a coach in the league right now that's younger than us? Are we that old, or is the NFL that fucked up? The coach for the LA Rams
Welcome
is 31 years
Welcome to
old.
Wash Life,
I mean,
boys.
isn't the coach for both teams, the 49er and the Rams, young?
Yeah, but like,
And it's the first year.
but the 49ers one is like in like mid 40s. Like fucking McAvoy is like 31.
No, they're both young.
Yes, 40 for a coach is young. Yes, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying
That kid
McAvoy.
look younger, dude.
Hey.
That kid look the same. No, because they were talking about their friends.
Yeah, I'm sure they're friends, bro. But like that dude was.
Like no, like they were like beer buddies or something. Like they go out and chill and like do stuff and work out.
I'm about to check this.
The point is we're
motherfuckers.
washed. I've been telling y'all that shit for fucking a long time now.
We're not washed, man. You're not
Bro,
washed, Ricky.
It's not called being washed. It's
No, you know what?
what?
No, I'm just
It's
fucking
the
around
quote,
with
it's
that.
a quote from Dazed and Confused. You know what I like about high school girls is
I thought we weren't talking about high school.
no, I talked about Dazed and Confused.
Okay.
Good job. Come on, y'all never seen Dazed and Confused?
I have, yes, the movie, yes. But what about it? Go ahead with the quote.
Sports alert. President Trump says NFL owners should fire players who protest during the national anthem.
Tell that man suck a dick.
President Trump.
Why is he getting into
Fire
the NFL business?
players that protest during the national anthem.
You should be worried about that North Korea problem.
He should be worried about his Twitter problem.
Yeah, I do got Twitter finger, man. He's worse than fucking Meek Mills.
Damn.
You know who I want to see fight? 50 Cent in the game. Like, I just want to see that shit.
You don't want to see that.
I just want to see it.
The game will take him.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want to see it. Like, I just want to see real beef, like, actually duke it out. Like,
We saw a great fight a week ago today.
Oh,
Triple
G and
That's
Canelo.
the realest fight I've seen in a while.
Why
I
is
told you that fight was going to be
that
lit.
fight was legit? It ended in. You know what happened to the judge that outscored a 118 to 110? He got in trouble.
Yeah, no, they've been saying.
Yeah, he got in trouble.
I guess they've been saying I think it's a girl.
It's a woman.
It's a woman.
Girl.
It's a woman.
Yeah.
Lydia.
Lydia or something. But they've been saying before that like I guess one person who's like deep into sports boxing
So
writing,
she's not in trouble. Don't worry about it.
that deep into boxing writing, that she's been known for doing stupid shit like that, scoring.
Oh, really?
And on top of that, that supposedly they found like random payouts to her bank account.
Exactly
Oh,
right.
I see.
So she's doing
No
all
shit.
right.
No wonder that shit
She's
fucking.
doing
Well,
all
she
right.
went 118 to who? Was it to Triple G or to Canelo?
Canelo 118, 110. She gave him 10 out of 12 rounds.
My bad.
Look, I bet it on Canelo, and I think
Yo,
he lost.
boxing's fucked up. Let me just. But she fucked up. There's no way. But here's how it's hard. You know how they scored the fight? I didn't know this until this week.
118, 110.
No,
then the other one.
well,
was-
yeah, well, every round is scored 10-9, unless a point is awarded for a knockdown. Then it's 10-8.
Yeah.
Or another knock. So that's how you score a round.
Yeah.
You get 10 points.
But when
points
you're
are
a-
deducted from those 10 points.
Yes. You automatically
Yes.
get 10
You start
unless.
with 10.
You lose.
A winner of a round is usually 10-9.
Right.
What I'm trying to tell you is the ringside judges
Yeah.
have to score the round and then give up the scorecard.
Right.
Like they score that round and they take it away from them.
Right.
So that way, supposedly that way they can score each round individually.
Also, like, let's say if they do round 1 and then if they keep it, and if it's round 3, they look at back round
They
1.
can't look at back.
No, but I'm saying the reason for that is that may affect the way they do
They
round
score,
3 or down
right.
5. Whatever.
That would be the idea, but that's honestly it should be like that. But anyways, because if you watch that fight, we were watching it together. I thought Canelo won 2 out of the first 3 rounds, and then I thought Triple G won like 4 rounds in a row, and then
you
he
thought
won.
Canelo won the first 3 rounds.
That's what I'm saying. Canelo won the first 3, and then
You said 2 out of the 3.
Triple G. Well, fine, give him the first 3, but that's where if you give the scorecard and if you thought and then you give it up and it's gone. But if Triple G does better in the second round, you're like, you know what, you kind of would change your mind a little bit, and at the end of the fight, you might be like, yo, you know what? He actually won 9 out of the 12 rounds.
I get what they did that. Like, they don't want, like, whatever happened in the first round influence what happened. It's
Her
like
card basically
No.
had Canelo with like the first 4 rounds and like the last 5.
Yeah, but like, let's say if okay, perfect example. Let's say the Mayweather and Conor fight, right? Conor clearly won the first 3 rounds. Not clearly, but he won the first 3 rounds. We can agree to that, right?
I'll give it to you, but no. But go ahead.
It kind of, right? And he then you're telling me that then the judge can look at the first 3 rounds and say, well, man, he kind of won those rounds, but then round 7 he was like, it's kind of iffy. Well, but he actually won round 3, and so you're saying that that's not fair for them to be influenced? Like, every round should be separate, clean slate, no matter what.
Right. No, that's fine. That's totally understandable because what you want to do is you want to judge it for that round. You don't want to judge it for anything else besides that round. And, I mean, if we look back at the fight, yeah, I guess Ricky's right. You give Canelo the first 3 rounds. That's pretty reasonable. I mean, it was pretty tight at that.
Well, the reason why the individual rounds is, I understand why they do it, but it's kind of fucked up because at the end of the day, anybody who saw that entire fight, and she could probably even tell you, you know what? Overall, just look. If you put it all together, Triple G won the fight.
He won the fight. Like, I'm not saying it was
But
clear as day, but he won the fight.
I'm not a boxing
expert. It was clear as day.
He won the fight.
Was clear
No.
as day.
I'll say this: Triple G won the fight. Yes. Clear as day? No, there was no.
What do you mean? You just said he won the fight.
No,
So
no,
you
no.
obviously
Yes,
think it's
yes.
clear as
No.
day,
But the way I'm
Y'all
saying it.
fuck with PJ Masks?
No, who's that? What is that?
It's a cartoon. It's a cartoon on Saturdays.
See, we don't have no
I'm not-
kids.
I'm not
Catboy.
woken up at that
I'm-
time. I'll be sleeping.
Catboy. What's on demand, bro?
On the
I
man.
don't have
It's on
cable.
demand, bro. DVR.
Again, don't have cable.
Man, leave Ricky alone.
My man has to wake up like 7 o'clock in the morning.
You
Speaking
know
of
what's crazy? I don't though, cause my son he goes to sleep when we go to sleep. He's asleep like at 11, so he
That's-
wakes up
that's
at
bad.
He's not gonna
9.
come back
that's
and
bad
watch it.
parenting.
It
though.
absolutely is.
That's
It's,
really bad.
I would have called it bad. I call it lazy. It's lazy parenting.
Yeah.
That's why that man be like, yo, I can't go out till like
It'll be a bad.
11:30 at night.
It'll be bad a year from now when he needs to be waking up at 5, and we've got him used to waking up at 9. That's when it'll be bad. So
Hey, yo, Ricky.
So what time would he? What time would?
Man, my son's still awake at
So right now,
9:30.
so what? With your son right now, what is he doing?
he's sleeping. It's fucking like 11 something. Right?
What time did he go to sleep?
Probably 10:30.
What time would he wake up on Saturday? Tomorrow.
8.
Is that an appropriate time? Hey, wait. Is he waking up on his own, or are you waking him up?
On his own.
If you and Melissa, your partner, were to be sleeping all the way till 10 a.m., would he wake up at 8? Or would he wake up at the time that you...
Nah, he maybe not all the way till 10, but he'll sleep past.
Okay.
Does he feed off the energy of you two?
Bro.
Whoa, that was kind of...
It's a real question.
No, it's a legit question.
legit
I'm just
question.
saying.
Does he feed off that
He'll
energy?
if we're still sleeping, yeah, absolutely. It'll keep him sleeping.
Here's
Yes.
the case of-
Yes.
I don't have a kid.
Yes.
But I have 2 dogs.
So the way you asked it was weird, like the energy. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that was
what do
kinda
mean by
weird the
that?
way you asked.
Because Elliot has a different energy than you do, right? Because Elliot's energy is very like
Tell me when you- well, I didn't.
energy, like how your aura.
But I don't know what you mean by sleep.
Well, we don't know how Ricky is at home by himself with
But I
the
thought you
kid.
meant when you
I'm sure
said
he's like
sleeping.
hyped and
you said
like
sleeping.
no. I think he meant like does
I
he
said,
feed off
does
your
he feed off
energy?
your
Like
energy?
let's say if I had
Oh,
11.
but we were talking about waking up and sleeping, so I didn't know what you meant.
But the question was more like, does he feed off your energy? Because for instance, if you have like if he was feeding off, for instance, Elliot's energy, who's always like moving around and shit, then he'd probably wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, try to go do something, and then that's feeding.
Oh man, Bruno, my dog, he just like me. Like I made him like that. He's hyperactive because I am hyperactive.
Right. You see, that's feeding
the
energy. Same thing with my dogs upstairs. Like my energy is not the same as Heather. Like Heather, if she's alone with the dogs, like she wakes up, they're up. They're like running around. Like she wakes up like.
I don't consider that an energy situation. If we're still in the bed, he'll stay sleeping. If I'm up, he'll wake up.
Oh, yeah, same thing. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, so he does. Like, yeah.
But it chooses. But again, if I'm sleeping, he'll stay asleep. If I'm up, he'll wake up.
Right. That's just basically.
All right. I didn't know what the fuck you meant by it. Sounded like some,
he had to clear it up.
Some True Detective shit. You know what I mean? Matthew McConaughey.
I understood what he said. He just had to clear it up a little bit. I understood what he said, though.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving is the earth flat.
Because again, the dogs feed off my girlfriend's energy. She'll wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. They're both awake at 6. Yo, she's not here, and they'll sleep till 1 o'clock if I'm sleeping till 1 o'clock. They don't care.
Oh, Bruno does not do that at all. My dog
really?
Nah.
No, my dogs would. Yo, last Saturday when she wasn't here, they slept till noon. I fed Sunday for football.
Yeah, I remember.
I woke up at like 12:30 and fed them. Usually they were up at like at 6 to get fed, and they didn't care. They were all right.
I trust the Mike.
Nah, Bruno. Yeah, Bruno's so. I've tried to stay sleeping, but then he'll wake up and let's say if 9 a.m. and we went to bed at 11, he'll just stay by the side of the bed and just whine. Like a dog will never shit and pee where they sleep, aka inside the apartment or the house. Like if you train a dog enough, they'll never ever do that unless they're by themselves 18 hours. So technically, let's say if I'm home alone and I go home right now at right now and it's 12, I take him out. He pees, blah blah. We go in, we go to sleep. If I intend to wake up at 11 a.m., by 7:30 he's up. He wants to go out. And I have to take him out. That's what we trained him for 5 years. He's 5 years old now. That's what we want to do. And inside of my head, I'm like, fuck, man. Imagine if I was in the situation where I'm not a little kid, but I'm waking up and I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to the bathroom. But this person next to me was not letting me to go to the bathroom. That sucks. And an animal is different. They can hold it forever. But I just think about that. I'm like, I gotta take this kid out.
Kids can't hold it forever.
No, but then what I do is I wake up. I said, fuck it, I'm up. 7 a.m. Take him out. But then when we come back in, we go back to bed. But in my head,
bastards pee the bed.
But in my
FYI,
in my head is clear.
Or the couch.
He peed. He's good. We can go to sleep for the next 3.5 hours, and he's fine.
That's actually enough. That's a reason to get him up. It's like, yo, he might be, his diaper's gonna be too wet, even if he's still sleeping. Get the hell up because he's gonna pee through a diaper. Just saying. Fast forward that shit.
Is your kid still in diapers?
Of course. 2-year-old.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, you make that sound like that's
Bruh,
knowledge.
hit me up. You will know.
Eventually, at some point in my life.
I actually have a person who's upstairs who has a degree in children.
So you're
I think I'm set.
meaning you're hands off on that?
I mean, I'm not hands off, but
You'll be very much
hands off.
You'll be.
Call Dr. Phil.
I never heard that term though. Hands off. Okay.
You've never heard the term hands off.
Hands on. No.
It's like shoot up.
Dude, I'm not hip, bro. We're low 30s, bro. I'm not hip with the 21-year-old kid.
Bro, I'm hip with the 21-year-olds.
Yeah, you work with them. That's not fair.
Not even that. It's just paying attention.
Yo, but shout out to the AV setup. Y'all don't even know, man. I'm gonna describe it. We got a little table here, a little rectangle situation.
We're gonna get a better table, by the way. We're
a little
gonna
bit of stool table. We got 3 mics with stands. We got a little laptop going. We got a mixer situation. I'm gonna call it a mixer because I'm not.
It is a mixer, basically.
Right.
It is a mixer. It's just kind of like an audio.
It's called an audio interface.
An audio interface.
So listen, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to give shout outs to co-host DJ Ness and Dre because we're not talking about a speakerphone with a record button. We're talking about some hi-fi.
Shout outs to the post-production kids at my school. They're the one that recommended the items and said, yeah, that shit's on point.
Well, I'll say let's give each of us. My English is no good. I wasn't born in this country, but let's give us a clap for doing this shit because You know, we're trying. I know this is episode 1, but we're trying.
Podcast? Are we citizens out here?
I think we all are citizens.
Dude.
Dude,
I've been the longest citizen between us three.
I became a citizen automatically because my mom became a citizen, and I was 1 week away from turning 18. If she would have gotten that like a week after, I had to go by myself and fucking say like, "Oh, so who's George Washington?" I would have been like, shit, is that the dude from?"
You recently
I had to. Well, exactly. Well, not recently, man. I'm like mad old now. I did it like at 19, like at 19 or 20.
You had to do it by yourself.
Yeah, well, yeah, because at that point I was already over 18. My parents didn't do it themselves; they were still residents. So yeah, all of us. Right now, my whole family's citizens, but we all had to do it.
Did your sister get the hookup under 18?
My sister was born here.
Oh, so that's automatic. Okay.
So no, we all had to do it. I did it. My two brothers did it. My parents have both done it too.
Wait, did your parents got citizenship before or after you?
After.
Okay. Like how long after?
No, definitely after, because I think I seen you put
Yeah,
a Facebook.
after.
How long after though?
Like within. I don't know. I forget. My little brother did it first. Then I did it a long time ago, and then within probably the last 5 years, my brother did it. Then my mom did it. Then my father did it like 3 years ago. They within the last 5-6 years they finished doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. My since I was the youngest, I think my sisters, both of them had to do it like obviously much later. I don't know. My brother did it. My brother came to this country, you know, a different route. So, but he eventually became a citizen.
So you didn't have to do it through the process. You just
I just automatically became. I was 17 and a week away from being 18.
And Dre, you didn't either.
What?
How did you become a citizen?
You didn't have to do the citizenship situation.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did it when I was 5 years old.
So
no, you didn't have to do it.
No, I did. I went up and told them who the president was. I did everything. I did it.
How come I didn't have to do that?
Because my mother wasn't a citizen.
Were you born here?
No.
How old were you when you came here?
I was young.
Give me a number, bruh.
Nigga, I was like a year old.
So at 5, you have to go to immigration office.
When I was in elementary school, I had to go do it.
So your mom applied you to become a citizen,
right.
But she didn't apply herself.
Right.
All right, whatever.
So like my mom wasn't a citizen when I was a citizen, because my brother was born here, so obviously he was.
So he was automatic, yeah.
Right. But I was a citizen before my mother, and then she became a citizen.
Well, Ellie, you didn't do the process. Dre, you may not have to have done this part
You
of the
didn't.
process.
You didn't do the real the adult process.
There's
I think there was a reason why I did it. Like there was more background information before.
Bro, this is some straight immigrant talk.
So there was more background information for it.
Listen,
but I didn't do it.
It's fair to say a 5-year-old, whether you may not remember it, but anyway, the way the process is now, dude, it's like 7 steps. And one of the first steps is you got to get your fingerprints.
Oh yeah,
like official in the system, right?
Yeah, I had to do that too,
bro. So and they make a big again. And I've done it a few times with my parents or whatever, and now my aunt too. So you kind of know the process. It feels mad because every time you're an immigrant, you feel a little bit like you're letting yourself vulnerable to being kicked the fuck out because you're like giving the government the chance to kind of whatever. Anyways, dude, tell me why a letter comes back to my house when I did the fingerprints.
Yeah.
And my mom opens the letter because, you know, it's the U.S. government. And she's like, you know how moms get paranoid or whatever. She's always just trying to see what it is. Ricky, ¿qué lo que es esto? What is this? Dude, the U.S. government, they got a hit off my fingerprints. Because at 19, I was already in the system.
How did it? Really?
To be continued.
Wow.
To be continued.
Okay, well, that's an interesting thing, I guess. I don't know. A couple of my fingerprints are burnt off. I don't know.
That's illegal, buddy.
On purpose?
That's illegal.
Toyota?
Yeah.
Toyota days?
I like cut one of my fingerprints.
We got to get into that, man. You've had like 4 different vocations. Like at one point we thought it was going to be like a computer situation. Then it was a mechanical situation.
Which I used to be.
And then it was a computer back situation.
It went from computers.
There you go.
Kind of like the same thing at the end of the day.
I mean, I've had all sorts of work. I mean, I worked as a landscaper.
I remember those days in Quincy, right?
Yeah, I worked for Quirk.
Steel toe situation.
Ricky, please tell us 1 or 2 great Twitter stories when you used to work at Twitter.
Oh, Twitter.
Tweet.
Well, I think a number of people got towed trying to
No,
visit
no,
me
let's-
from the
let's-
Twitter
I was one of
them.
side lot.
Tweeter, not Twitter. There's two different things, my homie.
Right, I was like, yo, I don't.
Twitter. You know what I mean?
Did I ever
Nah,
tell you
that's
about
it.
Ellie? Do you know who Byung Hum Kim is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pitcher.
Oh, you guys know. All right, so cool. Y'all know who he is.
Yeah.
So he got traded to the Red Sox one year, right? So he got traded from Arizona to the Red Sox, probably like 2002. I'm working at Twitter. We're chilling. We're working, and I fucking recognize him right away. It's like this little Asian dude, little Korean dude comes in with a translator, doesn't let anybody approach him. His translator comes up to us, is like he just wants to sit in front of the TVs, and he'll tell you which one he wants. Don't talk to him. Don't say what up. He doesn't want to talk to you. He doesn't, he's like, let him do his thing. Is that okay?
Is it a true story?
True story. He's like, fine. This dude spends like 2 hours in the store. And you know how Twitter was, where they had the different displays of TVs and then they had different rooms.
Yeah, yeah.
And he would literally sit on the floor and just sit in front of the TV for like 5 minutes. And he did it to like 20 different TVs.
Would he be talking to his translator?
At times. His translator would be like with us, but then he'd be like standing off. It's almost like the dude would be standing in front of the TV, like sitting in front of the TV by himself. Again, not that they're having a conversation. And his translator is just a couple steps behind him. Weird. Fucking weird.
What kind of car did he drop into?
I don't know.
I mean, he's sitting on the floor watching
Yeah.
TV.
He sits to basically pick the TV.
Yeah, I mean that's probably because his culture we used to be sitting on the floor.
No, they-
You asked me for a story. It's fucking weird.
I just asked for a story. That's crazy. Did he buy anything?
Yeah, he bought a TV off my guy Wayne. He bought a Samsung Wayne Geyer. Cool dude, Wayne Geyer. Guyer. Yeah, he didn't work there.
So wait a
Yeah,
minute.
no.
So
He bought a Samsung DLP.
wait.
He bought a 50-inch
Young
Samsung
Kim
DLP.
went into your store as you were working.
We had some.
He
We had
told-
some
The
celebs.
translator told you guys, don't talk to Ms. Don't
Bro,
talk to
is this podcast gonna make the internet?
Yes.
No, it's not. Let me tell you a story, and then this podcast can't be on the internet.
It has gonna be on the internet, man.
I'm gonna tell you two anyways.
Just tell me it's gonna be on the internet, bro.
So, other crazy story. So I'm, whatever. I work at Twitter, and again, it's ComAv. So you don't really necessarily know who's who. Like there's students with money. There's just random people. Sometimes they look fancy. Sometimes they're scrubs.
Yeah.
There was one story they told us as a legend. It's like, don't judge people by what they look, by what they're dressed like, because we're on Comm Ave, Brookline right behind us. It actually technically was a Brookline store. Like the street behind us, St. Paul, that's Brookline. Comm Ave is Boston, but that it was a Brookline store. Anyways, the legend goes that one of like a multi-millionaire walked in, like wearing like some hobo shit, and nobody asked him for help, and he walked right out and called the president of Twitter, and was like, "Yo, I just went to your store. Nobody even greeted me. Fuck you." And it's because he was dressed like a nobody. Anyways, people with money walked in there. Go to my story. I'm helping a couple out, like just two people. They just look like a his and a hers couple, and I sell them nothing crazy, like a TV and a stereo system. And they asked for delivery and for install. We're like, yo, we can't really do that. Like in terms of like they wanted it like next day. It's like it's 2 weeks out.
It doesn't work like that, yeah.
2 weeks out. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Where do you guys live? They lived on Marlborough Street, which is right off of
between Beacon and Newberry.
It's right off of Mass Ave. They're where they lived, right off of Mass Ave. It keeps going, but they live right before the bridge, Marlborough Street.
Yeah,
So
I know exactly what that is. Yeah.
You guys take the TV home, and I'll bring the receivers and stuff like that. I'll bring it to you, like when we get it in stock. It was like the next day.
And you went?
Bro, I went on like a Sunday to Marlborough Street to the apartment.
This will be good.
To help them set it up and shit like that. I go in, and it's just a chick.
Keep going.
She's like probably like Cambodian, Malaysian, exotic.
What was the guy? Not
White.
that I was into him. I'm just
white, like a middle-aged, like white dude, and it looked like a like a young, like an older dude with like a hot girlfriend. So right. I go to Marlborough. I go to the apartment. She lets me in, looking pretty hot. Anyways, I go in there and I'm hooking shit up. Like I unplug the receiver, I plug in the TV. I plug in the TV, and I ask her to plug in whatever they want to play.
Yeah.
I plug in their video source, and I think she gave me like a computer. What pops up on the screen?
Her but naked.
How the fuck did I tell you the story before?
No,
Bro, porno. This
Her?
broad was a porn actress.
Okay, that's
So what the fuck do? You're 18.
yeah.
There's a naked chick on the TV,
And it's the girl that you
and
actually
it's the
with.
girl that's like sitting next to you.
Well, I'm about to ask you, what did you do?
I basically said, she's like so embarrassed. I was like, don't even worry about it. I didn't even see it.
Was it clearly on the TV that it was her? Was it clear?
1,000,000%. And it wasn't even like, it was like obvious. And she even said it. Oh my God, I can't believe that's there. I'm so embarrassed.
Wait, so you played whatever you played off her computer or media player? Because we're talking about Twitter. This is like Tweeter. This is like 04,
No,
05.
you still had video sources.
Yeah, but we didn't have like, we're not talking about laptops with HDMI cable, HDMI outputs. We're talking about like, what was it? I just want to get
Bro,
I want to be in there.
her
like how
naked self projected on the screen.
I understand that, but was it from? It couldn't be from her phone. There were no phones that could do that back then. I want to know like how did that come about? What hardware did you use? No pun intended. Because I want to see like how on purpose or not on purpose this was.
It was her computer.
So from her computer, you connected the HDMI cable into the TV.
No HDMI.
No, VGA. I said VGA. So VGA cable, and automatically, boom, she popped up. So that means that whatever.
I've thought about this. Like, yo, was it like you knew it was gonna happen?
I want to know, was she already watching it or viewing it before you got there, or was it something that she had to look for to project?
No.
You know what I mean? Like if when you told her,
well, whatever was on the laptop was already on it.
Okay, so it was already preloaded.
So it was probably like the screensaver or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
And it was just a plug, and I was like, oh my God, it's there.
Okay.
We didn't have to like launch a file or anything like that.
Okay.
Like it was basically just plug.
Did
screen.
anything launch?
Just loaded. It was just loading.
Man, that's a good story though.
I mean,
that's a good story. So so then what happened at the end? You said she apologized. You said don't worry about it. Then what?
professional, man. I'm a professional.
Did she tip you?
I didn't. Huh?
Did she tip you?
No tips. No tips.
Anders, what do you think about that?
I mean, I go to the same conclusion that he says. You definitely don't want to judge a book by its cover, because when I worked at Staples in Harvard Square, we had some real bummy ass dudes come in, like real bummy. This dude came out of nowhere and just said, "Here, I'll pay with this." I'm like, okay. I grabbed the card from him. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It just felt heavy. Look at it. Oh, it's
the
an
black
Amex black card. Swipe. This dude was wearing
Harvard life.
This dude was wearing some shorts that looked like he just came from the mud. The man was wearing flip flops and the beater shirt. It's like, yeah, I just had to buy these things for my daughter who's going to Harvard.
Shit, yeah. I mean, I can feel from experience. Like you'd be surprised how many, not how many, but like CEOs of companies just come to work just wearing what we say non-CEO clothes, just like bummy clothes. And
well, the thing is, you consider it bummy clothes, but it's not about. It's because you don't recognize the brands. Like the brands that we know doesn't mean that they're
they were bummy clothes.
Brands.
They were bummy clothes for a CEO, like some shit that you would just wear around your house doing your artwork.
Like I hate it when I see that on the internet. It's like, oh, look at these, like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates sitting sideline. You don't see them wearing Gucci. You know what? Because Gucci's cheap.
Yeah, Gucci.
They're wearing. Trust me. They're wearing $1,000 polos. You just don't know the label.
I believe that. Like
doesn't mean that they didn't shop at Kohl's, dude. I'm not saying that they're out there spending hundreds of millions of dollars on clothes. I still think the culture makes you buy more labels than you need to.
With the power of
but the people with money doesn't mean they're buying cheap clothes.
But with the power of social media, now we can see inside of all these celebrities' lives because they post their shit everywhere. And you'd be surprised. I follow some people that, to me, are millionaires. They may be $10, $15 million worth net worth, but they shop at Target. And I'm not downgrading or saying Target is a bad place to shop. I'm just saying, if you're a movie star,
why are you qualifying that?
No, and I'm
got the Target fans that are gonna get mad.
No,
Doug, Target's cheap clothes.
And it's that's fine. But
you don't have to qualify. Meaning, don't be afraid.
No.
No one's gonna come out here and say, "Hey, Elliot, why are you telling me my Target stuff?"
Right, well,
if you buy stuff from Target, you know you're buying cheap clothes.
All right, I'm gonna give you a real example. Do you know, you obviously watch The Office, right?
Yes.
You know Angela from The Office?
Yeah.
Do you think that she has a good amount of money? She's good net worth.
Angela the actress?
Yes.
Or
Angela the actress?
Yeah.
Like how much? Like just spit something out.
She's comfortable. Net worth, not a lot. She needs to work. She's probably making a couple $100,000 a year, and she's been making that for plenty of years. She's comfortable.
Well,
she's not a millionaire.
You think that she still has office money? And when I mean office to show money.
Yes.
I follow her on Instagram, and she's just forever ever shopping at these places that me and you would shop. And I'm not saying that she shouldn't or anything like that. All power to her. But I'm just saying, you just be surprised how, although she was, don't get me wrong, the office is big. Every actor in there were making $20, $30, $50,000 an episode. Okay? Steve Carell was making $250,000 an episode towards the end of the series. What I'm trying to say is that her stories and Instagram pictures and everything is about how she went to Target or Sears and bought simple shit. And I'm not saying she shouldn't. I'm just saying it's weird for me to think that, wow, she's a successful TV show actress and she's still
we can talk about that one day.
Yeah, and it's just
what success is to people.
I mean,
you know what I mean? That shit matters to me. Like, what
success to me is doing something that you love for a career and you made money out of it and you juiced the fuck out of it and you loved it and you're now out of that game. For example, I don't think Eminem will ever gonna drop another rap album again.
He will,
and he probably will. But
he said it. He will.
All right. But I'm just saying he doesn't have to, right? Like he doesn't have to. So he made his career in music and all that. Like he's comfortable. He's set. Like he's good. I know, okay, that's not a good example because they can still make music.
JD's still making music.
Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant is not gonna play basketball ever again. He made his money. Now he's all about advertisement or real estate, whatever he's into. But he's comfortable. What I'm trying to answer Ricky's question, which is.
I meant more. What is success to a normal person? Like, what does a 13-year-old think success is? You know what I mean? They think.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to 13-year-old me. I think success is finishing high school, going to college, and just following the path that all your counselors in high school told you to follow. That was my version of success.
Yeah, education and career.
Education
in
and career.
Form.
Yeah. Well, what's Andres? What's your definition of success?
That's crazy. That's a big topic.
Living comfortably.
What's comfortable?
What's comfortable to you?
Not worrying about anything.
See, that's
different because I think Puff Daddy till this day still worries about things.
But he worries about things because of the money he has. He has to worry about.
Well, still, like it's all relative. Like right now,
exactly.
It's all relative.
What I'm saying.
Well,
like, to me,
whatever it is to you,
right? And you're asking me my opinion.
It's a self-definition.
So I said, that's what I feel like is my.
Well, where I agree with you, that's true. Everyone has their own self-definition of what comfortable is, but I feel like, again, just working. I fucks with the nonprofits and they're trying to help out kids in poverty. That kids don't even understand what success is. They think they're already successful because they have a job, but they still live in the projects and they're, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, that's not successful yet. Well, you still got more to grow.
Yeah, success.
Just because you're comfortable, that's a certain level of like happiness. And I'm not saying those things are mutually exclusive. Like,
well, I think successful is all relative to your situation and where you're at. Like, it's not your fault, Ricky, if you grew up in a suburban household where your parents made a lot of money and you never ever had to work a day in your life. And for you to be successful in that situation is that you finished school, you did everything, and you had a job, and you knew the meaning of $1. Yes, your parents could have paid for everything for you, but your meaning of you being successful is actually making your own money and making your own way. Now, the difference between that and someone that's from the hood or not from poverty, because none of us three, we weren't poor, but we weren't.
Yes, we were.
Well, we weren't.
We were all poor.
My dude, we were not like you know what I mean. Like, we weren't like the bottom of the bottom.
Nigga, I was.
Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that
but you're talking about
for dead serious. There was a point where my yearly tax income was $10,000. That's poor. That's poverty.
That's technically poor, yes.
So not only that, but I've lived in all the ghettos of Boston.
I'm not technically.
Bro,
yes,
we're all poor.
Yes, yeah. But I'm talking.
My father, they raised 3 kids off of, like, I look back at some of their tax returns. They were like $22,000.
Right.
For 3 kids. Like, we were fucking poor.
And
Well, so what? So you're bringing up what I'm talking about.
yeah.
I didn't feel like we were struggling, but to say we were not poor is not understanding what poor is. I was
We were
absolutely
homeless.
poor. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
to
saying?
me-
Like,
Absolutely.
that's a difference. But we were poor.
Bro, the only reason we afforded a roof is because we had rent subsidies, and I only had to pay $400 a month in rent.
To me, that's
So that's kind of what I was saying is that we
and I'm not saying
success to me at 13. I didn't know that making $40,000 was nothing.
oh no one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that. I thought that was good. That's what I want. Because again, because you can live and be happy off of it. That's not a problem. But that doesn't mean necessarily success. That's hard.
I mean, that's also depends. because
That's hard.
40 grand depends on where you live.
Well, I'm talking about like I'm talking about family income
I'm
for like a three family thing.
Again, that varies on where you live because 40 grand in Boston is
Poverty.
bullshit.
It's
But
poverty.
For a single house, single.
It is.
It is poverty.
Yes,
poverty
yes,
by
yes,
the-
yes, but not yes. As a household, yes.
Yes, I'm talking about as a household.
As
No,
a
we
house.
are talking about houses.
Yeah, as a household, yes. But if 3 people live in one house and all 3 of them make 40,
Bro, if you go
We're
if you
talking
go
about you are taking care of 2 other people.
and they're only making 40.
Yes.
Yes, that's
poverty.
yes.
In Boston.
Yes,
Right.
I agree with that. Yes.
In-
Well, not agree. It's like
in
it's
But
South
people
Carolina,
don't think
it's not the
people
same.
don't realize that though sometimes. Like you'll talk again. My wife's in nonprofit, and a lot of these kids they don't think that. They
Right,
think
but
they
what
just like.
So how do
But what I said
how
is-
do they go ahead? Sorry.
What I said was 40 grand is all relative to where you live, because 40 grand in Boston,
Yeah,
bullshit. 40 grand in something like South Carolina, you are wealthy because a house in different areas costs different. amounts.
you're right, like that's where it becomes relative.
Right, because like a house here, a normal house is like 300 grand. A normal house in Atlanta or something is like 50, 60 grand.
Bro, we'll get into the shit at other points, but this is where my perspective as a washed up 32-year-old is gonna come up, and I'm
Ricky, stop saying that. You're not washed up.
turning half Republican out here.
You're not washed up.
All right, well, that's
That gets straight mad. I'm half kidding, but half
are you talking about?
only half.
What? I'm sorry. I didn't even listen to the last
Just
part
you're not.
you were saying.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't hear the last part you were saying.
MAGA.
You would wear MAGA hat.
But tell me honestly, like I don't. All right, I said this to you guys, but I'm gonna say it to
can
the.
I say one more thing before?
Go ahead.
My dude, don't mute your mic.
I'm not muting my mic at all.
You muted something and it muted both of us.
It did not mute my mic, bro. Anyways,
I'm just telling you what the
I
background
did not. All right. Anyways,
said.
I need more snare in my
snares in
headphones.
my headphones. What kind of headphones do you have on, Ricky?
Dr. Dre beat solos.
My man has headphones.
What
Best.
covered.
What kind of
Best.
what kind of batteries do you need for those?
Huh?
What kind of batteries do you need for your headphones?
I need to turn my headphones on so I can hear things. Guys.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up like this. Rate the first podcast.
Oh, this sucked ass.
What happened?
Well,
Where'd it go wrong?
Well, first of all, the mic levels are bad because we all all 3 of us do not know how to talk into a mic correctly.
I would also like to add that the reason the mic levels are bad is because I told you we need a pop filter.
All right,
Whatever,
bro.
man. Like we're just starting this shit. We don't have to be all
All right,
legit.
30 seconds. Go ahead. No one interrupt them. How'd you think it went, the first show went?
Well, content wise, I give it an A+. We're talking about shit. This is exactly what across the board is. We just talk about the shit that we would talk about when we're drunk at 2 a.m. Exactly what you heard is what we would talk about. No edits, nothing different. Around the golden table, around the globe, across the board. Because the board, playing spades, playing dominoes. By the way, we got to get a spades game real quick. Maybe not today. Obviously not today. We need a 4th, but pretty soon. Ricky.
Yeah, we can have guests on. We should have guests on. And
Oh,
if we get a 4th, that means we got to play dominoes or
Oh,
spades.
it's going to be play dominoes. Ricky, tell me
All
in 60 seconds, Ricky, how do you think this podcast went?
All right, so 60 seconds. I dig the flow. We was, everyone. I don't care about the mic levels, man. Fuck the mic levels. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting mic levels. The content was all right. We need to get more topics and stay on topic. I thought some of the topics were whack. Some of the honestly, maybe it's because I didn't feel it. I didn't care about some of the places we went. Like I don't care. I didn't want to talk about fucking phones.
Well, I think that was on you because you were in charge of bringing up topics and
My
brought
topic-
in topics. No, you literally were in charge. Hey, Ricky,
Well,
bring
whatever.
topics.
Well,
No topics brought.
but that's
Guess what?
hey man, that's part of the game. But I'm just 60 seconds. Go
Let
ahead.
me get back my 60 seconds that Andre just stole. So I brought the topics. This supposed to be an intro. I said this was an intro, and everyone was supposed to just talk about themselves and what their perspectives and what they were going to bring to the table. But we just went into conversations, which is
Peaceful stuff.
And if I recall, when me and Ellie were talking pre-production, my man Dre just worried about the levels when we were in our pre-production meeting.
Hey, there's levels to the shit. Andre, 60 seconds. Tell me, how do you think this podcast went?
I give this a C. I'm itchy.
Hey, that's passing in some high schools.
You would accept a C.
Yeah, go ahead. 60 seconds. No, honestly,
I'm
tell us.
just
Tell us, what do you think about it? What do you think about
We
it?
definitely need topics. There's still some work to be done on the audio wise. Pop filters are definitely it's a requirement.
Yeah, we're gonna get that.
My headphones popping.
Yeah, we'll get that.
And that means this is gonna be popping. So
Dre, we're facing each other in fantasy this week. Don't mean nothing?
I feel sorry for you.
Why? Not afraid.
We're talking about fantasy football, by the way. We're in the fantasy league, pretty competitive, 14 teams.
All right, quarterback. Rodgers, who you got?
I don't know yet.
Okay, so Elliot, you're gonna choose Rodgers versus I don't know yet. Who you taking?
Well, who's Rodgers facing this week? Atlanta.
You gotta worry about. All right, so I'm not even gonna do this. He said he doesn't even know.
What do you mean? Who's your quarterback?
I have two. I have Cousins and I have
Wentz. You picked up Wentz.
I picked up Wentz.
Oh, hold on. Let me get some background information. Ricky is the commissioner of our league, 14-team league.
I didn't want to bring another topic, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is year 4, and right now this week, Ricky's facing Andres, and so far, we'll see how it goes. But I think you should keep Cousins because you still have Terrell Pryor, and that's
great. But Wentz has been
all right. Wide receiver, so he's an undecided quarterback versus Rodgers. I'd give it to Rodgers. Wide receiver 1.
You give it to Rodgers, even though he's not.
He hasn't performed. He has. Well, no, it's only been 2 weeks. It's only been 2 weeks.
2 weeks, right? But in 2 weeks, Wentz has been putting up 30 points each week.
Hey, Rodgers faced Seattle. Seattle's no joke. You can say all you say about Seattle. They still have.
That secondary.
How many quarterbacks are you? You're not being serious. You're not being serious. You're not being serious.
About how many things we have with one player, because my man over here on a Thursday picks up every running back he could find with no defense.
It almost worked out for him though.
The bench is for.
If Carlos Hyde would have went out in that injury for a long time, he had the backup already in his hand. But that's a topic for something else. But this podcast today, I think it was just like a C-. Pop filters.
It was an A 5 minutes ago, dude.
Man, whatever. We need to work better on the mics, and we will. We need to get pop filters. We need to get topics. But quick reminder for you guys: we will try to do this on a weekly basis. If not, be on the lookout on the stuff.
Actually, one last subject.
Go ahead.
Let's do it. Since we're doing podcasts,
go ahead.
Let's look at the schedule. Let's do who's gonna win this Sunday
on
Monday.
Shit.
How about that? Last topic.
All right, we'll do that, and then we'll.
Picks?
Yeah.
Football picks?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I got this right here. So we can't do yesterday. Obviously.
So we have Ravens and Jaguars. That's the morning game. That's that London game.
See, for that one, I pick. The spread is 3.5 as of Wednesday. I pick Jacksonville to win the game. Baltimore cannot score for shit. They're a run. Okay. They're a run. To me, they're a run only. They passed a lot.
Simple explanation.
I know.
Baltimore.
I'll be quick, but if you let me finish.
Baltimore?
But if you let me finish, hold on. I picked Jacksonville just because I think Blake Bortles is just gonna. Baltimore doesn't have no offense. So I'm picking Jacksonville.
I'll tell you what. I picked Jacksonville too because they're in London and Jacksonville plays like a different team in London every year. Every year they play like they're fucking Patriots in London.
That is true. That is true.
You can't say they don't because they do.
No,
they usually play the fucking Rams like a scumbag team. The Ravens are 2-0.
Hey, they play who they play.
With a really good defense.
They play who they play.
And Blake Bortles the Jaguars are so afraid of Jake Bortles, they've been running a rookie running back.
Play who they play though.
So the fact that you think that Blake Bortles is going to go off on them, there's nothing to show that. But if you think it, you think it.
But then you over here talk about how Flacco's not elite. So why the fuck does it even matter?
Because did I mention Flacco?
You said the Ravens, so we're talking about
Right,
quarterbacks.
and I
so
said
you have Bortles and you have Flacco. So obviously there's two.
The Ravens defense is going to eat Bortles, eat him. I'm
And the
not.
Jaguars defense will eat Flacco then. What do you
Right.
mean?
I didn't say that the Ravens were going to score mad points. I'm picking the Ravens, and I think it's pretty easy. But
Okay.
go ahead.
All right.
That's fine.
Broncos, Bills.
Broncos.
Yeah, that's easy.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a road game. That's Broncos traveling to Buffalo. I'm picking Buffalo.
No, I'm taking Broncos.
I'm taking Trevor Seaman. He's gonna throw like at least 3 more touchdowns.
I'm going Buffalo.
Seaman.
Steelers, Bears.
Steelers.
Chicago's home. The spread is 7.5. I'm Pittsburgh. I pick Pittsburgh.
My man's talking about like spreads and stuff. Yo, just go off your gut.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
you
But I'm
know
also
football.
I'm also
Like, why are you
betting.
looking
I'm also
for-
betting.
You do got to
I-
give me the home
betting
team.
here.
You got to give me the home team.
I did. Anyway, so Pittsburgh. Yeah.
So yeah, I think Saints, Panthers. Saints at Panthers. It looks like.
Saints. 0-2 teams going to come in desperate. Carolina has, Olsen's out. I'm going Saints.
I'm going Saints just because Drew Brees he can just pass. They don't have Josh Norman anymore, so yeah.
I'm calling Panthers.
All right.
Division game.
Okay.
Bucks, Vikings.
Bucks. Easy.
See,
That's my pick of the week.
See,
Bucks.
Sam Bradford's out, so Bucks.
Pick of the week.
Yes.
Yeah, that seems like a good.
Yeah.
But then
If y'all want to pick up the Tampa Bay defense before Saturday, please do. If not, I'm going to pick them up on Sunday morning. Because they're going to, just if you don't want me to have them, just pick them up before.
all right.
Thank you for that. But I won't.
Browns, Colts.
That's a fucking shitty ass game, but I'm gonna say the Colts. Fucking Jacoby Brissett is gonna like go off for whatever reason. The Colts.
I have some reason that the Browns are gonna win this game.
So does Vegas. Cleveland's favorite.
Cleveland is favored by 0.5
On
in
the
my
road.
book. Yeah, but whatever. I say Colts.
I think Colts will have it too.
Cleveland.
Okay.
You want Cleveland? Dolphins, Jets. Dolphins.
Oh, the fucking Jets offense is like
What is it?
non-existent.
What is it? There is no Jets team.
It's like there's no, but then again, like Bilal
It's
Powell,
period.
I don't know, like Miami can just Jay Cutler just might start smoking cigarettes on the sideline. I don't know,
I'm
but
going Jets.
I'm going.
Jets are Pee Wee League.
Miami.
0-2 teams fight.
Miami.
0-2 teams play desperate.
Miami's gonna
And
win.
0-2 teams, but the Jets are like
Terrible.
trash.
Miami's gonna win the
Going Jets.
game.
That's a defense I pick up. The fucking Dolphins defense.
Oh, that did.
I've played against the Jets defense both weeks in fantasy, and it's been okay. So that's a bad. I've considered that, Dre. I've considered just picking up every defense that plays the Jets.
All right, what do we got next?
Texans, Patriots.
The Patriots, man, obviously.
Patriots.
Well, with the spread, I'll
Give
pick
the points.
Houston,
Yo,
but
Give the points.
Fuck the spread.
Give the
Again,
points.
Falcons, Lions.
see, that's a hard one. Who's home?
Lions. I would say Lions are home. Yep,
Fuck.
Falcons at Lions.
I'll say Falcons. That's like a 50-50. I'll say Falcons.
I'm going Lions.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit.
Giants at Philly.
Oh, Philly. Giants. Philly. No explanation. Philly.
Bro, my 0-2 rule, man. Giants.
Philly.
My
Yeah.
0-2.
I think I'm going Philly.
Dude, the Giants are a Super Bowl contender based off the preseason, right? So in 2 weeks, you're gonna say a Super Bowl favorite in the NFC. One of the 3 or 4 teams
I'm going off.
is going to
I'm
lose
going
to
off this organization is going on right now in that offense.
0-2. I understand. So 3 weeks ago, they were one of the 5 best teams in the NFC based off of everybody.
That's
and
also
all of a
5
sudden-
weeks ago thinking that OBJ was going to be OBJ, which he hasn't been, and then Eli was going to actually like be a quarterback, which he hasn't been, and then Ben McAdoo is not a real coach.
All true. All true.
Philly's gonna win the game next.
Yeah, I got Philly. Seahawks, Titans.
Is it in Tennessee?
Yep. So first team is
Seattle.
away.
Seattle.
I'm gonna just while I'm calling it, it's
Got
the
it.
first team away.
I want to say Titans. Seattle hasn't proven me that I have an offense yet. Titans.
I think I got Tennessee on this one too. Chiefs, Chargers.
Chiefs.
Mm.
I say Chiefs.
Chargers at home again.
Yep.
Chiefs,
which
man.
is not a real home game since LA don't
Yeah,
show up.
Chiefs.
Yeah, I think Chiefs.
Chiefs, man.
Chargers 0-2.
And I hesitate.
0-2?
Yeah, they were. And I hesitated on that one, but I say Chiefs.
I think
Chargers.
Chargers don't got that game.
It's a division game.
Bengals, Packers.
Oh, Packers.
You still take Cousins or whoever the fuck other quarterback?
Nope. Rodgers.
I think I'll give this to Bengals.
Okay.
Some upset shit.
All right.
It's kind of like he was very excited about the San Francisco defense
That's right.
or the LA defense in the first quarter.
I mean, they got me 5 points out of the 8 they had, so.
Yeah, because of
Check back. I
interceptions.
think it was
and-
3, dude. 3.
I think it was 5.
I had 5.
All right, what's next?
We have Raiders, Redskins.
See,
Raiders.
I want to pick the Raiders, but this is
Raiders.
this is probably the game that
Raiders are gonna be the team that starts like 8 or 9-0.
this is gonna be
They're
the
gonna be
this is
the
gonna
last
be
team to lose.
and this is gonna be the week that Kirk Cousins throws like 5 touchdowns.
Which would be amazing.
Yeah, but you're not gonna start
You
him.
know what? I don't
So-
disagree with that, but I still think Oakland wins that game. Even if they,
Ends up
it'll
being
be
a
like
shootout?
42 to yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I'm for the sake of record, I say Oakland. What's next?
I was wrong. Dre has 5 points.
Yeah, good job. Cowboys, Cardinals.
I'm gonna say the Cowboys, not because that's my favorite team. By the way, Cowboys are my favorite team.
They're Cardinals.
I know, and they're both dome teams. It's just
the
that
boys. It's the boys.
it's the boys. Like
It's the
no
boys.
no quarterback situation the other side. I mean, no running back situation. Just yeah.
Zeke gonna give 100% effort this time?
He better give at least 75, motherfucker.
Motherfucker gave 25 and a look.
I'm gonna tell y'all what Michael Overton told me on the radio this morning or this afternoon. My man's played 1,000 plays in the NFL, and everyone's mad. You know.
Oh,
on the
he
media
went off
over
on
a couple,
LT.
over a couple plays.
He went off on LT.
So I'm gonna give it to Zeke. Zeke's gonna eat. I'm doing the eat feed me sign. Zeke is going to
And
eat.
if he doesn't,
I'm predicting
he's
it. We'll
gonna
find
eat.
out if he does or doesn't.
Oh,
but
he's gonna eat. He's gonna eat.
He's gonna eat.
Arizona shows up.
Then they show up, man.
Then they show
You're
up.
asking for a prediction. If they show up, then they win. But I'm predicting the boys and Zeke to eat.
All right, guys. So this is gonna conclude episode 1. Hopefully you guys
no
like
picks were
it. If
coming
not, we're gonna upload
They
this.
should be picked.
By the time you listen,
Friday.
by the time you
Man,
listen,
just relax, homie.
man, homie,
You gotta take a step back and just let it go. Yeah, no.
You
there's
got
gonna be
plans after
picks.
this, Elliot?
There's gonna be picks. Yeah, definitely picks. What? You done?
like I was saying,
You mad?
this has been awful, but hopefully it'll be better the next one and the next one, the next one, and the next one
What's
after
the
that.
outro music? We didn't get the outro music ready.
Well, the hour music is coming up, but I be on the lookout. Hopefully by the next one, we'll tell you guys. Please follow us on Instagram. We have the Cross the Board podcast on Instagram. Dots in between. We're gonna get a Facebook page pretty soon. We're gonna have a YouTube page pretty soon, which we will upload this. We're gonna most likely probably upload it on SoundCloud for those SoundCloud listeners, and hopefully iTunes. But I will be signing out. DJ Elliot Ness.
Till next time, peace.
That's Rick.
Yo, catch this on YouTube.
Yeah, that was Dre, and hopefully we did a good job. We didn't, but hopefully you guys like the content, and we're gonna get better at it as the weeks come. So be on the lookout for the next one. Thank you for listening. This was Across the Board podcast.